The first 30 minutes of your morning will decide the quality of your entire day. Not the meeting at noon, not the difficult conversation in the afternoon, not the decision you make at 9 p.m. The first 30 minutes, before the phone, before the noise, before the world gets access to your attention. The Stoics understood this completely. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, they did not wake up and drift. They woke up and decided. Every single morning, without exception. Today, I'm going to give you 10 habits they used to discipline the mind before the day even began. These are not motivational ideas. They are repeatable practices, the kind that compound over weeks and months into something that looks, from the outside, like an unshakable person. Let's go through them one by one. Habit 1. Own the day before it owns you. The moment you wake up, your mind is in its most vulnerable state. It has not yet built its defenses. It has not yet set its direction. It will go wherever the first strong input pulls it. Most people pull out their phone. They hand that vulnerable, open mind directly to notifications, to social media, to someone else's agenda. Marcus Aurelius did not do that. He woke up with a decision already made. Today is mine. I own it. I will not drift into it. I will not be pulled into it by whatever arrives first. I will set the direction, and then move in that direction. That is not a feeling. That is a decision. Make it before your feet hit the floor. Habit 2. Master your thoughts in the first 60 seconds. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, not your circumstances, your thoughts about your circumstances. This means the morning is the most important time to govern your thinking. Before the day's inputs have colored it, before the problems have arrived, before the reactive mind has been triggered. In the first 60 seconds after you wake up, before you check anything, run this simple practice. Ask yourself, what kind of person am I going to be today? Not in a vague, hopeful way. Specifically, patient, focused, direct, unshaken. Name it. Then carry that decision into the first action of the day. Habit 3. Leave yesterday behind completely. Seneca wrote, confine yourself to the present. Yesterday happened. It is finished. The mistake you made, the opportunity you missed, the conversation that did not go the way you wanted, none of it can be changed. Carrying it into this morning is a choice, and it is an expensive one. There is a difference between learning from yesterday and being imprisoned by it. Learning looks like this. I understand what went wrong, and I know what I will do differently. That takes 2 minutes. Being imprisoned looks like this. Replaying the same event for the 3rd time this morning, generating the same emotion, spending energy on something that cannot be altered. Leave yesterday where it belongs. This morning is new. Use it as one. Habit 4. Control your mind before anything else touches it. Epictetus taught that you have power over your mind, not outside events. The morning is the one window you have before outside events begin, before the emails arrive, before the demands start, before the people and the problems get access to your attention. Use that window to set your mind, not to receive it set by something else. The practice. Before you engage with any external input this morning, take 1 minute. Breathe slowly. Observe what is already moving through your mind. Decide which thoughts you will carry forward and which you will set down. You do not have to accept every thought that arrives in your own mind. You are the one deciding what gets attention. Exercise that decision deliberately, especially in the morning. Habit 5. Start strong. Momentum is real. The way you begin the day sets the trajectory for everything that follows. One strong action, taken early, before the resistance builds, creates a psychological environment where the next action is easier, and the one after that, and the one after that. It does not have to be dramatic. Make the bed. Take the cold shower. Write the first sentence. Complete the first task on the list. The specific action matters less than the fact that it is done before you negotiate with yourself about doing it. Do not wait to feel ready. Do the thing. The readiness will not come before the action. It comes during it. Habit 6. Act now. Do not wait. Time is the only resource you cannot recover. Seneca wrote, while we're postponing, life speeds up. Every morning you spend in delay, waiting for motivation, waiting for better conditions, waiting until you feel more prepared. That morning does not come back. It is spent. The question is only whether it was spent on something or spent on nothing. The Stoic practice is simple. When the alarm goes off, do not negotiate. When the task arrives, do not rationalize a reason to push it. When the moment is available, use it. Act now. Not perfectly, not completely, just now. Habit 7. 1 focus. Full energy. The Stoics did not multitask. They would not have understood the modern admiration for it. Attention is the root of all mental strength. What you give your full attention to, you do well. What you divide your attention across, you do poorly and exhaust yourself in the process. Each morning, before the day fractures your focus across 20 different demands, identify one thing, the most important thing, the thing that, if done well today, makes the most difference. Then give that thing your first and best hours, not the scraps of attention left after everything else. The first hours, when the mind is clearest and the energy is highest. Everything else comes after. Habit 8. Stack small wins from the beginning. No great thing is created suddenly. Epictetus said that. He meant it literally. The discipline you admire in others was not built in a week. It was built through hundreds of small, consistent choices. Most of them invisible, most of them in the early morning, most of them made when no one was watching. Make the bed. Complete the first task. Do the practice. Write the first page. Each small win tells your mind the same thing. I am someone who does what I say I will do. That message, repeated daily, builds a self-image that no single setback can dismantle. Because you have evidence. Daily evidence. That you follow through. Stack the wins from the first minute of the day. Habit 9. Discipline is the path to freedom. Most people believe the opposite. They believe discipline is restriction, that it costs them freedom. Epictetus, who understood freedom more deeply than almost anyone who has ever lived, said the opposite. The man who can do what needs to be done regardless of how he feels, that man is free. He is not controlled by comfort. He is not a slave to his moods. He is not dependent on motivation, which arrives and departs without his permission. Discipline means, I do what I have decided to do, not what I feel like doing in the moment. Not what is easiest, what I have decided. Every morning you practice that. You do the habit regardless of whether you feel motivated. You are building a specific kind of freedom, the freedom of a mind that governs itself. That freedom cannot be taken from you because it lives inside you. Habit 10. You decide your day. This is the most important one, and it is the one most people hand away within the first 5 minutes of waking up. Your day will be shaped by something. The question is what? If you do not decide, the phone decides, the news decides, the most urgent notification decides, the most difficult person you encounter decides. Epictetus said, it is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters. Your response is yours. It is not automatic. It is not forced. It is chosen. And the morning is where you practice making that choice deliberately, before the day's events arrive and demand a reaction. Decide who you are going to be today. Decide how you are going to handle what comes. Decide what matters and what does not. Then live that decision. 10 habits. One principle underneath all of them. The morning is the one time in the day that belongs entirely to you, before the world takes it. The Stoics knew this. They protected it with intention. They used it to build the kind of mind that no afternoon, no difficult person, no unexpected setback could undo. You do not need to implement all 10 tomorrow. Pick one. The one that felt most relevant to where you are. Practice it tomorrow morning. One habit. Then add another. Then another. Marcus Aurelius built an unshakable mind one morning at a time. Over 20 years. As the most powerful and pressured person on earth, you have the same morning. You have the same choice. Own it. If this gave you something useful, subscribe. Stoicism every week. No motivation, no fluff. Just what actually holds up.